everybody, welcome to the Tea. My name is Lorena, your host and producer. On today's episode, we're going to be discussing this African parenting skill and non-African parenting skill. My mother and my father, so it's a little bit hard when they say it for me to even accept it because I don't even have a relationship with them. I feel like what JoJo is talking about here is not about them working hard, them bringing in this. We get it. I watch her mom work endlessly. Like I tell her all the time, your mom is like a role model. That's like if I'm going in, I'm looking at your mom. That's who I'm picking up. But at the same time, she just needs to hear it. Hearing it and seeing it are two different things. If I just work hard all day and my daughters they don't hear me saying, oh, mommy, do you love me? Or, hey, I love you. At the end of the day, my kids are going to grow up and thinking, oh, it's the same thing. I don't have to tell them. They see it. I'm just saying, affection comes in so many different ways. And in our African community homes, I'm telling you guys, talk to your children. Talk to them because time is running out. And at the end of the day, what you want them, you can tell your friend, hey, my son, I want you to grow up. I want you to do this. Tell your son, I want you to do this. I want you to grow up to be this kind of man. The things you say to your children follows your children. They carry it on. So if I want my kids to grow up in a certain type of way, I have to push it other than just working hard. We all can work hard. Every parent can work hard. And I'm not taking no credit away from any African parent, hands down. But what I am saying is, let's start talking to our children, especially we who are becoming the new generation. You know?
But one thing is, I think it's more based off of communication. And African parents don't want to listen to their kids. They don't want to build no relationship or anything like that. As far they don't even want to listen to their kids' dream.
I'll say some.
Some. That's why I said some. So most of them, oh, I want you to be a doctor, so you're going to be a doctor. If you choose another path, it's a disappointment.
Exactly.
So most of them don't even listen to what the kids want in their life. Mm-hmm. You can tell somebody, oh, I want you to be this, but at a certain point, path change. Mm-hmm. And you change your direction of, hey, this is what I fit at. This is what I want to do. This is my passion. But if you're forcing somebody to be who they don't want to be, they're not going to put that 1,000 hours in. Mm-hmm. But they're going to be.
Let me ask you this, bro. Let me ask you this. Are you talking about Africa when we was there in the 90s, or you're talking about Africa now?
We talking about African parents, period.
Africa in general.
But this way,
okay. Let me ask you a question.
No, hold on.
One more thing before you go on.
What you gotta understand is this: when we was growing up, y'all know it was rough, especially in Liberia, where we from. It was a civil war going on. Number one. Number two. Our parents grew up during wartime, so it was always war. Number three, the struggle was very hard.
And I get that part.
I understand, but this way I don't understand. Like their love and affection that they learned from their parents was, you know, I love you. I'm gonna work hard, put food on the table. Where in the Bible or the Quran or any kind of book that they say the parent have to tell the kids they love them? Where?
Nowhere, but also says in the Bible that teach them young, and as they grow, they will never depart from their ways. That falls into.
But you can also look at that as, I watch my parent work hard, so therefore I work hard.
Junior,
but see, this is what
we can do that.
This is what goes on.
What people are taking from their parents. The reason why I feel like one reason African parents do not communicate with their children, they just work and act as if they got it all figured out, because one, this is what I don't like. They place expectation on the children. And two, they're expecting you to grow up and then take care of them and handle the responsibility. And three, if you have multiple brothers and sisters, speaking in my experience, my father had the audacity to tell me, don't have kids, you have brothers and sisters to take care of. They're not my responsibility. So if I'm on that path, you don't show me affection, you don't show me love, you show me nothing, and then you tell me to grow up so easily, so fast, to take care of somebody else's while I'm trying to find my own path. You're damaging me mentally, physically, and emotionally. So that's where I see that. African parents work hard. Yes, I get it. But at the same time, give your kids room to grow. Give your kids room to talk to you. You as a father, you talk to your children.
Yes.
You sit down and talk to them.
I'm a 21st century father, though.
No,
you know what I mean?
No.
But
What
people
I'm, okay, let me answer this question.
gotta
adapt.
Your mother never told you she showed you she loved you and she worked hard, correct?
Yeah, and, well, my mom did
Okay.
in some aspect.
Okay,
She tell me she loved me.
In some aspect.
Right.
But you grew up and have the mindset that because this happened, I'm not going to show this to my children. I will show something different to them.
Right.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about here.
I understand that. I understand
So
that.
in her perspective, she never heard her mother say, I love you to her. But she made it very clear that if she has a child, which she do, she would tell that child, I love you. It's a different term. Just because somebody didn't teach you, that doesn't mean you can't try to learn.
I'm not debating that. All I'm
I have
debating
a
is
question for Jojo. Hey, so like you say, how your younger siblings have a different experience than you did. Do you think that has to do with your mom being more mature now and having more knowledge of what it is to be a good parent, or do you think it was just a thing where personally she thinks it's better to like treat her younger kids better than her older kids, or do you just think she's growing up as a parent mentally?
I really think it's society, like moving into a different country, adapting to the system and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So she's learning.
Yeah.
So let's say when I was growing up, we just came, she wasn't comfortable and everything, so she didn't know how everything was. But her being doing the job that she's doing, and technically she worked at a daycare for a while, so she sees what other people do. That's how now it changed. So the question you asked, honestly, that's why I appreciate that she learned.
Yeah.
She was willing to learn.
Yeah.
So it hurt me that I didn't get that, but I'm happy now that my little ones don't have to go through what I went through.
Right.
Okay.
I'm tough enough
Mm-hmm.
to handle it, but
Hold on.
I wouldn't know if they were gonna be able to handle
To handle
what I
Right.
went through.
That's why I just want to make sure like you understand that it wasn't a personal thing.
Yes,
It's just
yes.
like her growing up,
Yes,
being a better parent. As a
Yeah,
whole.
I understand.
So so y'all get the fact that it's just a cultural difference then.
Yeah, I mean, it can be.
It's just a cultural difference. So
I
it's
wouldn't agree with that because I wouldn't say because then it's like you're insulting Africa.
no.
Yeah,
No,
'cause there's
can I
some-
finish?
there's some
You
good
cannot
parents in Africa
exactly.
itself.
You cannot
In
say
Africa
it's
itself, there's
culture.
some great
You cannot say
parents.
it's culture
Right.
different because you're putting a label on Africa. There's people out there. Okay, there's people who was raised in the city and people who grew up in the villages. So if you have someone who came from the village to move into the city, they don't know how things work. They've been in that system for a long time.
Exactly.
So all they know is getting up in the morning, going to work, and all of that. That's what they know. You have kids, the kids grow up, they help you, you guys make farms and everything. People in the city, they adapt to like Western ways and everything. So yes, there's parents in Africa who would be like, oh, I love you. I had one of my cousin who I was around. I see the affection her mom gives to her. It's cool because my auntie always, I appreciate her so much. She always used to do that with me. So she made me feel special. She'll be like, Jojo, I love you, you know. So I got that from that. So it's not a culture thing. So I don't want you to say that. It's not a
I
culture
just
thing.
feel like in an African parent's home, back then, there was only a few things that the parents would teach their children. Women, you have a girl child, stay home, clean, cook, and do this. That's it.
Be respectful, be humble.
Keep your mouth shut, bow your head down. You know, for the man, provide for your family. That was the only thing the man was taught, to provide for his family. So in this generation, moving into this generation, I don't blame half of the parents out there who are still learning and who are still trying to figure out life. Like I said, how will you know something if you was never taught that thing? You understand? So for me, I just feel like what Jojo said, I can't even relate because my parents is not even existing in my life. Honestly, really say I love them. They're all the way in Africa. It's not because certain circumstances and things happen. That's why they're not here with me. But like Jojo said, I do get jealous because I have like other 7 brothers and sisters back home My little sister get more affection, more love, more everything. And then like certain situation happened where I asked my mom to come be with me at a certain point, but she chose my sister over me. So that kind of hurt me. That wasn't like an affection thing, and I don't even hear it. Recently, my dad told me I was beautiful. I didn't even believe him because he never said it all my life. So it's hard for you to be that new parent to your children and to understand everything when you're not being taught it and you was never told it. That's
So,
what I'm trying to say.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
So you say, so are you telling me, let's just say if you were still in Africa,
Right.
will you and never been exposed to this Western world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Will you be the same parents
Parent that I am
as
today.
you are today?
You'll never know.
That's what
Well-
she said. She said exposure and environment.
Right.
Yes.
If you live in a village,
If you just
you live in a
seeing
city,
somebody,
you don't know people fresh come out. You know, it's before.
Exactly.
I mean, to answer that question, I won't be, and I can't say I'm blaming my parents for not knowing the things that they don't know
Right.
because they're not here. I can't be that inconsiderate.
Right.
But what I am saying from the beginning of time, or what I was saying, try to get to know your children. I talk to my parents all the time, and only my mother take on the responsibility to even ask me, what's my favorite color?
Right.
That means a lot to me because I feel like she cares. For my father, he never asked, he never cared, he never really showed any type of care towards me other than to tell me negative things. Don't have kids, don't do this. You can't tell me not to do something if you, one, you was never there, and two, you don't even play the role to me as a father. All you do is ask me questions and ask me for things, but you never really give. You don't have to have money to give to me. Especially being overseas, I'm not asking for that. What I'm asking for you to do is to call me one day and ask me how was my day. Just ask me. But he doesn't do that.
so it all leads to just having that conversation.
I never
Yeah.
have conversation with him.
See,
I have
that's-
conversation
that's-
with my mother.
Please follow us on all of our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Moving forward, we will be dropping new episodes every Thursday. These episodes are spicy, they're educational, they are to the top. You don't want to miss out.